Hi guys, welcome to Science Chomp. Today we're going to be talking about projectile motion. I've got the formulae all laid out here, and if you've watched the other video on equations of motion, they're pretty similar. Now, we've got here VYF, that's velocity y final. So y is the y direction. If you remember in the graph, you got the y as the vertical and the x as the horizontal. Vyi is velocity y initial. G is the acceleration due to gravity, it's 9.8, but since it's in the downward direction, we have a minus 9.8 here. T is time. Delta y, this is displacement in the y-axis. X is displacement in the x-axis. And that's pretty much it. You can see all of the things here. Very similar to the previous equations of motion. I've also got two extra ones, and usually they don't give these, but it's best to try to remember them. So this one's time of flight is 2 vi sine theta divided by g, and maximum height, which is delta y, is vi sine theta squared divided by 2g. Now there's a couple of things that we need to know before we tackle these questions, and I've got this little drawing here. So first of all, the green arrow represents velocity in the x direction, and we're assuming that the velocity in the x is not getting bigger or smaller, it's constant, and it's because of balanced forces in the x direction. However, in the y direction, it basically, there's an acceleration downwards, which means if it's starting off at a certain size here, it's getting smaller. At the very top, it's going to be 0. That's the velocity y is going to be 0 up here. And then it's going to start to get bigger in the negative direction. So that's one thing that you need to know. This shape is called a parabola, and the path is called a trajectory. Okay. Also, a couple of other things that we need to know. We need to know the Pythagoras theorem, a squared plus b squared equals r squared, and also SOHCAHTOA. Now this is particularly important because basically we're dealing with velocities like this. You've got an y and an x, so you want to be able to find the resultant, and also the SOHCAHTOA for the direction as well. You'll see all of what all of this means when I have a look at some of these questions. And here are my questions. I've written them out. They're a little bit small, probably, but I'll read them out. And basically, it's two questions, but this has got 3 bits and this has got 2 bits. So let's get started. Question number 1 says, a ball is kicked at ground level at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal with a velocity of 43 meters per second. Calculate the height, calculate the flight time, and calculate the horizontal distance. Great. Let's get a piece of paper and tackle this. So as ever, the first thing that you want to do is you want to write down all of the information that we know. So let's figure this out. Sometimes it's good to have a drawing as well. So here we've got a ball is being kicked like this. This is 43 meters per second. And this is something that we call VI, velocity initial. And it's at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal like this. Now, we have an x component and a y component. We can go right ahead and work those out. So remember, if this is the hypotenuse, I'm just going to write hype over here. This is going to be the adjacent, and that one, which is the same as that one, is going to be the opposite. Okay, so using SOHCAHTOA, we know that for this one, it's SOHCAHTOA because it's A and H, so you're using a cosine. So here we can have Vx equals Vi cosine theta. And for that one, for Vyi, is going to be, Vyi is Vi sine theta. Because that's the opposite, SOHCAHTOA. Okay, anyway, so that's what we're starting off with. Let's work out our, probably the y is going to be more important than the x for now. So let's just work out VYI. So VYI, VI sine theta. VI is 43 times sine 30. Let's get our calculator out. 43 times sine 30 is equals to 21.5 meters per second. So now we've got VYI. We know that G is 9.8 meters per second squared. Okay. Let's have a look at what we've got to do. So we've got to calculate the height. So I know I've got an equation here somewhere for the height. It's over here, and maximum height is this one. Have a look. Delta y is VI sine theta squared divided by 2g. I've already done VI sine theta. Okay, let's square it. Let's put over here. Delta y, VI sine theta squared divided by 2g. Make sure I've written it properly, which I have. So that is going to be 21.5 squared divided by 2 times 9.8. And that's going to be squared divided by 2 times 9.81, which is 23.56 meters. That's the height. That's the maximum height that this is thing has reached. Okay. The next thing is calculate the flight time. So flight time, we're using this. So 2 times VI sine theta divided by g. Now again, I've already worked that out. That's 2 times from the previous page, 21.5 divided by 9.8. So let's get that together. 2 times 21.5 divided by 9.8, and that's 4.39. Remember to round up. 39 seconds. Easy. What's our next bit? Calculate the horizontal distance. I'm going to do that in green over here so I don't waste too much paper. So the horizontal distance. Now this is going to be delta x. Now delta x, I've just put x here, delta x, same thing, is Vx times t. Okay, so x equals Vx t. Now what is Vx? That is this thing here, Vi cosine theta. So x equals Vi cosine theta times t. Let's put that in brackets. Okay, so Vi was 43 times cosine 30 times the time, which was 4.39. Like that. Let's work all of that out. So 43 times cosine 30 equals that times 4.39, which is 163.48 meters. Super easy. I will record the next one on a separate video because the next question is actually a lot more complicated. But if you followed that, great, you've done a great job. Maybe watch it a couple of times and watch it with the equation of motions one, because ultimately it's the same thing. What you're doing is you're writing down everything that you know, and then you're following it up with finding the right formula. I just basically use those two. The other one basically uses a few more. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Like, share, subscribe, and also there's a thanks where you can donate some money. I'm a brokey, so make sure you donate some money if you found this helpful. Thank you. Bye.